My dog blocked the door that morning. A low, gutter-deep growl trembled from his chest, one I had never heard from him before. I tried to step around him. He bared his teeth. Not at me, but at the doorway itself. I stood there, confused, irritated, running late for the meeting my wife insisted I absolutely couldn't miss. She'd kissed my cheek with that careless half-smile she used when she wasn't really looking at me. "Don't embarrass me today. Dad's expecting you early." Then she was gone, heels tapping, perfume lingering, her phone already buzzing with messages she never let me see. But the dog didn't move. His body stiffened, eyes locked on the entrance as if something waited behind it, something only he could sense. I gave up. I stayed home, annoyed, silent. I made coffee and stared at the wall, fighting the feeling clawing at my ribs. At 11:42 a.m., my phone rang. Her father's name flashed across the screen. I almost let it ring out. But the second I answered, I heard it, crying, a grown man's breath collapsing in panic. "Hello?" I said slowly. His voice cracked. "Everyone who came in today," a shuddering inhale. "They're dead." My fingers went cold around the phone. "What happened?" There was a long pause, then a whisper, thin, broken, terrified. "They all looked like—" His voice faded. He didn't finish, but I felt the room tilt, because I already knew the end of that sentence, even before he said it. The night before, my wife had been distant. Not the usual bored kind, something sharper. She kept rechecking her phone, angling the screen away from me. I pretended not to notice. Pretending had become a quiet skill of mine, a survival tactic. Around midnight she got a message. Her expression flickered. Fear? Excitement? Guilt? Hard to tell in the dark. "You okay?" I asked. She jumped, smiled too quickly. "Yeah, just work stuff. Go to sleep." But she didn't, not for hours. At 3:17 a.m., I felt the bed shake as she slipped out. Soft footsteps to the living room. A whispered call. I didn't get up, didn't follow. I listened. Her voice was low, urgent. "He can't find out." A pause. "No, he still trusts me." Another pause. "Yes, tomorrow morning. Dad will make sure he comes." My chest tightened. That cold, creeping clarity washed over me, the one that doesn't ask permission before it settles in your bones. She returned to bed minutes later, sinking beneath the covers as if nothing had happened. Now, with her father crying into the phone, my mind replayed every detail. Her tension, the secret call, the dog's growl at the door. Pieces shifting, aligning, pointing toward a truth I didn't want to name yet. "What about my wife?" My voice barely held steady. She wasn't here today," he said. More crying. "She said she was home with you. I thought—" He broke off again. "She wasn't home. She hadn't been home. Not at dawn. Not at the time of the meeting." Something was unfolding behind me, around me, inside me, and I was only just stepping into the edge of it. I spent the next hours moving through the house like a ghost, silent, observing. Her phone lay on the counter, charging, unlocked, as if she believed nothing could touch her, as if she believed I would never look. I did. Message threads, deleted call logs, coordinates sent at 2:59 a.m., a location I didn't recognize, a name, not saved as a contact, just a number, with messages that spelled everything out without ever saying it directly. "Tomorrow is perfect. He'll be there. I'll make sure. Dad won't question anything." Every time I scrolled down, my stomach tightened, but I kept scrolling. Cold, focused, controlled. Photo. Blurry, taken at night, a hallway, a door slightly ajar, a shadow with the silhouette of a man stepping inside. Sent from her phone, at 3:21 a.m. I didn't break, didn't shout, didn't even breathe louder. I put the phone down, opened my laptop, searched the coordinates. The location popped up, a private warehouse owned by her father's company, the same place the meeting had been scheduled, the same place where everyone had just died. I leaned back in my chair, a slow, icy realization settling in. This wasn't just betrayal, it wasn't just infidelity, it was something worse. Someone wanted me there, wanted me inside that building, and my dog, my loyal, trembling companion, had refused to let me go. The news broke by evening: chemical leak, toxic exposure, instant collapse. But the official statement came too fast, too tidy, too rehearsed. I watched my wife as she read the headlines. Her hands shook, but not with grief, with fear. "You were supposed to be there," she whispered. I looked at her, calm, expressionless. I stayed home. Her throat bobbed. She couldn't meet my eyes. I slid her phone across the table toward her, unlocked, messages open, the photo displayed, her face drained of color. "Where were you at 3 a.m.?" I asked quietly. She covered her mouth with her hand. I can explain." "I'm sure you can." My voice was soft, dangerously soft. "But I want the truth, not whatever you rehearsed." Her knees gave out. She sat, shaking, broken, caught. And I just watched, detached, finally seeing her without the illusion I'd tried so hard to believe in. She whispered, He said they only wanted to scare you, push you out, make you look unreliable. I swear I didn't know. I didn't know they would." She didn't finish. She didn't need to, because the next message on her screen said everything. Once he's inside, it's done. I didn't yell, didn't accuse, didn't touch her. I simply stood, retrieved an envelope from my drawer, and placed it gently in front of her. A printed copy of all her messages, the coordinates, the timestamps, the photo, and a short typed statement. I did not attend the meeting due to her actions. Her breath hitched. You're giving this to the police?" "No." I stepped back, hands in my pockets. I already sent it. She collapsed into herself, head in her hands, whispering apologies that couldn't reach me anymore. I watched her fall apart, quietly, precisely, the same way she had tried to dismantle me. She left that night, or maybe I simply let her walk out. Either way, the house felt heavier without the lies. My dog rested his head on my knee, calm again, as if his job was done. I stroked his fur and stared at the door he'd once growled at. He had known, long before I did. Some creatures sense betrayal before it has a name. By midnight the cops called back. Words like evidence, intent, accomplice. I felt nothing. No triumph, no anger, just clarity. She had made her choice long before today, and now I had made mine. When I finally turned off the lights, the house settled. Quiet, still, safe. The final thought slid through me like a blade wrapped in silk. They all looked like me, but I was the only one left standing.